Monday. Welcome to the morning tea. I'm Madison Hill.
And I am Courtney Yike Solution.
Courtney was getting us right in the mood, right in the Monday spirit, rapping with very, 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 very impressive accuracy.
I sound just like her.
By the way, Yikes by Nicki Minaj to get us started, you guys. We have so much to talk about. We, of course, are actually going to talk about Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty. They are on the docket. We also are going to sift through what is happening with Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott. There were reports that, yes, they're officially back together, and then TMZ backtracked a little bit. There's a little more information. I think they still are working out some of the issues that caused them to take the break in the first place.
Okay.
So we're going to get into all of that. We're also going to talk about their sister getaway to Palm Springs. That looks like it was a time. Kendall was making jokes. Kendall was falling asleep in the car. It's a lot.
Real quick, before we get to Car Jenner tea time, I know that we are all on the same page about Young Sweet Row. I kind of feel like more or less. But don't y'all find it strange that every single time she comes up, something happens in Kylie and Travis's relationship?
Oh, no, that is a very
Why is that
good
happening?
point. We kind of briefly touched on this at the end of last week.
Yeah.
Or no, with Moments of the Week.
Moments of the Week, yeah.
How it's interesting whenever she posted those Instagram stories, then Kylie was hanging out with Drake, and then we got this report that, oh, yes, they're back together, and then no joke, you guys, hours later, another source came forward and was like, whoa, since when did they officially get back together? Like, there's just a lot to break down. The magnifying glasses will be quaking,
Definitely.
so prepare yourselves. We're also talking a little bit about Scott Disick, Rob Kardashian responding to Blac Chyna's claims that he's terrified to leave the house. We're also talking about Aaron Carter and his new face tattoo, as well as someone else who has a face tattoo, Amanda Bynes. The engagement we thought would end in marriage is...
What a way you brought that together. Someone else has face tattoo. Amanda Bynes.
You know, just face tattoos on unfortunately more face tattoos.
I wish we had a segment of the show that was just like
face tattoos.
We miss our childhood. Aaron Carter, Amanda Bynes, Jessica Simpson, throw her in there on the docket.
Honestly, Britney Spears, breaking her ankles.
The sun is talking too much.
I had to educate my family on the Britney Spears anxiety train of what is her Instagram. Like, my sister and I have bonded over it before.
Okay.
But then I had to show my parents, and they were like, wow, okay, we get it now. This is really concerning. I was like, thank you. We are also talking about Madison Beer. I know we have some Madison Beer stands that sometimes find their way into the chat. She had a very inspirational, I guess if you want to say, Instagram post. She's really trying to spread an important message on International Women's Day. So we're going to talk about Madison Beer. We're talking about Katy Perry. We're talking about Posty.
Yes.
Posty had people worried this past weekend. And he addressed it while on stage for one of his recent shows. We're also talking about DaBaby.
Love it.
And that video that surfaced of him slapping a fan. Yeah. We'll get into that. There's a lot of updates that have happened since the instant. We're also talking, like I said, about Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty and all of that stuff. We're also talking about Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez. The Justin Bieber discussion is going to be really interesting because, of course, you guys know we heard about him having to change some of his venues to smaller venues, and now TMZ is saying it's due to the coronavirus, and Courtney and I have some thoughts on that.
I just thought it was very interesting how
convenient
the internet was one
right?
way, and all of a sudden here they come out like, no.
You're confused. It was actually just really poor timing. You know, Justin's the victim in this situation, of course.
Of course.
Like I said, we're going to talk about Selena Gomez, her appearance on the Kelly Clarkson show. We also talking about Camila Cabello. She called her love with Shawn Mendes exhausting. How romantic.
Honestly,
we've taken a really big turn.
Me and Camila are on the same page, man. That expletive is exhausting.
Honestly, I never thought I would say I can understand where Camila's coming from ever again. But
the sham that Shawn is Cam.
It's
a marathon, not a sprint, clearly.
Here you are. We also have Hatum. Hey, guys, nice to see you again. Court, yes, hello.
Hey.
Hello. Yes, Alex, we did see all the tweets that were a couple weeks ago about Selena Gomez's friends. We talked briefly about it. We didn't feel like it really warranted a whole discussion. We think that Selena Gomez would not put herself in a bad situation at all. Like, I think she is very, very aware of the people she lets into her life and her circle. And I think if her friends really were holding her back or holding her down or keeping her from doing things and saying things, they would not be in her life.
I'll just say this, Madison. Have more faith in the fact that Selena Gomez is an adult.
She really, really is.
She's an adult.
She is. Also, we have Freaky Walrus. Courtney, I need your thoughts on Meg's project.
Excellent. Top Bops, Savage, Captain Hook.
Savage?
Can we pin those as 2 faves? I'll put mine as Rich and yours as Savage.
Okay. I love Rich too, but Savage was the theme song of my weekend. Like, I'm sorry, but that song is so freaking good.
Classic, bougie, ratchet.
You know. I said 3 words to describe myself. Classy, bougie, ratchet. You know me.
I know.
I was, as soon as that chorus came on, like, I remember I was listening to the EP in order, and I was like, oh, yep, that's me.
My time is
That is here. I am here. I am ready. Megan Thee Stallion knows the way to my heart.
A great project. Stream Sugar.
Great. Yes. Heather Brinson, are we talking about Usher Confessions 2 today? So, yes, Usher is coming out with a new album. He didn't tease exactly if it was for sure going to be a Confessions continuation, but he did say on Ellen that he's coming out with an album very soon. Heather, I know we talked about it potentially being a Confessions continuation. Yeah. Usher. He said on Ellen he's got a new album coming out soon.
So that would a lead single is good.
But we don't know for sure the timeline. He still just said very soon. He's pulling one of those.
I'll say this. He did the song with Summer Walker. At the time, people were in love with Summer Walker, so they loved that song.
Right.
So the door is cracked for you, Usher.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Usher is an icon.
I know.
And I feel like if he really puts his head down and focuses, he can come back and maybe bless the Gen Zers with his talent.
It would make sense. He's doing the Lovers and Friends Festival, right?
Right.
So he might perform the new material there.
Oh, I forgot he's doing the Lovers and Friends
Yes,
Festival.
it's real, y'all. The girls
I
are
pray that
confirmed.
that definitely does not get canceled because I would be very upset. That is a lineup that is literally my iPod. Like my iPod Touch to now.
We'll get sick off that one, y'all. It's fine.
We will.
Yeah.
Someone said it's an hour early today. So here in California, we do respect daylight savings time. So for some of you, it might be a little bit different. I know
is that not everywhere across the world?
Arizona doesn't recognize daylight savings time.
I almost yelled the name in here.
Yes.
What is going on in Arizona?
Yeah, you know, Laura Goldie, our good OG T-Tribe member, does not have daylight savings time because she's in Arizona. Not in Arizona.
I hope y'all see the
Christina's
genuine confusion and shock on my face as I did not know that everywhere did not do daylight savings time.
That's why, honestly, I'm feeling energized now, but I was telling Courtney before we went live, I was like, this daylight savings time is really
So some of y'all are like real life confused as to why y'all got this notification an hour early.
It is daylight savings time, everyone.
Well, welcome to the early morning tea.
Yes, and now it'll be light later, which I personally love. That means summer is coming, so it's very, very exciting. And then we have people talking about the UK. It changes a little bit later. And then Christina said, was so confused to get the notification that tea time is on right now.
Sorry, Christina.
Sorry, everybody. I guess I should have made that clear about the daylight savings time. But to be honest, my brain is still in the fog of daylight savings time. I feel like we're all struggling a little bit. Shampong Dave seems fine, but Hit It Leo even said this morning too. He said, daylight savings time is really
it just throws my brain for a loop, girl.
It is a loop. It is a loop. Some people are saying they hate summer. Really?
You hate summer, girl.
Also, Tisha.
What Tisha say?
Madison. Wendy's breakfast
is
so good.
Tisha,
try it.
I just said that to my boyfriend last night. Have you tried it yet?
No,
I have not.
I haven't.
I want to try. Listen,
but it
the
looks
girls
really
online,
good. Like they have like biscuit sandwiches, right? That's what I've seen on
Madison,
the promo.
The girls online are saying, ditch Popeyes and their chicken sandwich, get up a couple hours earlier and get down to the Wendy's.
Well, you know,
that's what the girls are saying.
Wendy's chicken sandwiches are good. I've always maintained that. I don't know why they didn't get in on the social media trend of chicken sandwiches, but their chicken sandwiches are so good.
They've kind of like been the good chicken sandwich for a while. You know what I mean?
True.
Maybe they need to like reinvent the chicken sandwich by not changing anything, but give a good marketing campaign, like the classic chicken.
I will say I do love Wendy's and how petty they are on social media. Like, have you ever looked at their Twitter?
I think they like dropped a mixtape once.
Funny, yes. They always talk ish on McDonald's, which is a touchy subject for me. As you know, I do love the Golden Arches, but I have to appreciate some good petty tweets, and Wendy's always brings it for me.
Well, Madison, look, it makes sense because what is an M or 2 Golden Arches when you flip it upside down? It's a W for Wendy's.
That is true.
So you're right in the middle, girl. Come on. Yes.
I can be loyal to both.
Yes.
Thank God.
You're born that way, girl.
I feel so much better now. Yes. Should we go ahead and pour it up? Because I feel like we have so much to talk about.
Let's get into it.
Oh gosh, Morgan said, I would be glad to have coronavirus during the Lovers and Friends Festival. I might be coughing, but I'll be singing Confessions by Usher. Morgan?
The
You're
gospel.
not wrong.
That's the gospel.
You're not
right
wrong.
Here.
I feel like we need Morgan's quote just posted up in the office.
Girl,
That's how I feel about the Lovers
I
and
have
Friends
a face
Festival.
mask on and a water bottle full of emergency.
I
We'll
will
be
do
all right.
whatever we need to do. It will be okay. Wait, is there like some sort of pancake chicken sandwich or something at Wendy's? Is that what people are saying? Okay, I don't know.
Not
I don't
at
know about
Wendy's.
that. I don't know about that. And shout out to Andrea. She said, "These are the conversations I live for. Y'all are like my best friends, LMAO." Thank you. You guys know we love to have a little kiki time before we get into the tea. Talk with the tea tribe. So if you're new, if you're an after watcher, if you're an after sipper, a reheater, we just have to have these conversations and then we get into the tea. That's how it all works. And if you don't like the conversation, then you can just watch Daily Rewind.
Yeah. And if you don't like the conversation and you're watching live, too bad.
Exactly.
Just keep it real. Too bad.
Okay, let's go ahead and kick it off and talk about, before we get into Aaron Carter, I just have to address Love and Mommy Life 2019. Have y'all watched the series Hunters? A little gruesome, but so good. Hunters? I just started that last night. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's about this like group of Jewish people who are, it's taking place in the 70s. It's 30 years after the war, and they're essentially going and getting revenge on Nazis who have assimilated into American culture. So it's kind of like the Jewish mafia going after Nazis.
Oh, they're not playing. Oh, geez.
It is incredibly interesting. I watched the first episode. It was an hour and a half long, so I had to come to the conclusion I can only watch one a night. Yeah.
Girl, that's a
movie.
Film.
It's a movie. The rest, I think, are only an hour, but I did start that last night. I could only watch one episode, though, because tis was very long.
Yeah, watch that when the sun is out, girl.
You would
go
not,
to bed.
You would not like that.
Really?
It was too long.
That's long.
Yeah, I feel like you would be like this after the first 5 minutes.
And that's the thing.
But that's only because I love you and I know you, and I wouldn't ask you to watch something I know you wouldn't enjoy.
I might have to try her. But even if I don't like her, shout out to Jewish people. Period. Shout out to y'all.
That is true. You know, I do believe I was Jewish in a previous life. I love
everyone in my town is
Jewish.
Love.
I really believe that. I believe in previous lives, and I believe that was me. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and kick it off and talk about Aaron Carter. Now we'll get into the tea, but yes, sorry, I had to address the Hunters conversation. But Aaron Carter, you guys, debuted a new face tattoo over the weekend. It's his girlfriend's name, Melanie, right there over the eyebrow. Now, shortly after he debuted his new face tattoo, Hollywood Life reports that him and Melanie were spotted engagement ring shopping. They were looking at diamonds that Aaron said cost up to $80K. So he was bragging about that price tag, which, hey, shout out to Aaron Carter. At least he was looking at real diamonds, so I've got to give him that. But according to The Blast, they've only been together for 3 months.
Why doesn't he just marry Amanda Bynes?
I'm also just like, Aaron Carter, I thought we were starting to make a little progress. Every time I feel like Aaron is like starting to kind of get out of the downward spiral, something happens and we're just right back in it.
He needs to spiral back into some treatment. That's where he needs to spiral, or into a very beautiful luxury jail cell. That's where he belongs.
Federal jail. Federal prison. There we go. That's the country club of prison.
Maybe not. Maybe Rikers. Because the way you steal from artists, the way you talk to your fans, it's just, you need some sort of correction.
Right.
I think. Now, whether you want to check yourself in to a sober living facility, that's beautiful. Or if you would like to commit a crime and we lock you up and we all see it on the news. He has choice. He has choices.
He does have choices.
Yeah.
I guess for me, I just don't understand what the 2019, 2020 trend of face tattoos is. I'm not entirely sure when this became a thing, why it's continuing to become a thing, but just getting any sort of significant other tattoo when you have not been together for years on end. Like, have we not learned that this is a bad idea? Has history not taught us anything?
Let me ask you this, because we're talking about face tattoos now. On Real Housewives of Atlanta, Portia got the matching tattoo with Dennis, but it's not on her face, it's like back here.
See, but I wouldn't consider that a face tattoo.
That's part of the, well, I guess. It's behind,
it's
behind the face.
That would be like me saying I have a face tattoo, but I say it's behind my ear.
True.
Is this considered the face?
Not to me.
Have I been talking-ish on face tattoos
I just wanted to know how you felt.
Time?
No.
Could you imagine if people like came for me and they're like, Madison, you've literally been talking expletive on face tattoos, and this whole time you've had one? I would die.
I wouldn't consider. I just wonder how you felt.
Behind the ear is not a face tattoo.
But once
because it is not on the canvas, you know.
So you feel like if you're taking a school picture and we can see it, then that's a problem. Like you're taking a school picture and it's straight on.
Yes, and it's straight on. If it's straight on, that is a face tattoo. That's a good way to measure it.
If you could see it on the front end.
In the school picture, it's a face tattoo. If you cannot, then you're good.
Post, you got a lot of face tattoos.
Exactly, but he owns it. He owns it. He owns
Yeah,
it.
he does.
He owns it. It's fine. And then Crazy K said, tattooed her name on his face. My husband and I have been together for 16 years, and I would never tat his name. People are ridiculous. There you go.
It's a trend.
I mean, 16 years of marriage and still no tattoo.
I will say this,
what I'm
Madison.
saying.
This is not the same for Aaron Carter.
Sorry, Dante made me giggle because I feel like this is something that you would say. That is an unattractive man.
Well, Posty said he got face tattoos because when he wakes up every morning, he wants to look in the reflection and see, oh, I have something cool on my face. He says a lot of times he doesn't even remember it until he's drinking and he looks in the mirror and he's like, oh, I have face tattoos. But other than that, he said, I just like it because they're cool.
Right, but I also understand because I'm also always tired, so I can't really hate too much on Post Malone.
Always tired.
Always
sword
tired.
Right here, girl.
Always tired. I feel you, Posty. It is a rough life out here. Okay, let's move on and talk about Amanda Bynes, our other face tattoo sis. Her and her fiance Paul have officially called it quits and their engagement is over.
What?
No one saw
I dropped
this
the docket.
coming. Oh my God. You guys know that they were together for 3 weeks, or engaged for 3 weeks, excuse me. Paul spoke to In Touch Weekly and confirmed the news, saying that he still loves Amanda and that she's his best friend. Now, we're not sure Amanda feels the exact same way, as she deleted all the pictures and posts about him off of her Instagram.
Maybe her parents did it.
Right?
Her parents said, get rid of that man.
Her parents are like, remember that Amazon ring? We're not doing that.
They said
We're
no.
not doing that. We are intervening, and we cannot be having this
Because they're in control, right?
They technically are. So they are her conservators. They have conservatorship over Amanda, which is why whenever she did announce the engagement on her Instagram, her mom was speaking out, the attorneys were speaking out and being like, she can be engaged all she wants, but no marriage is actually going to take place because we will not sign off on it and we have to give her permission.
I wonder if the same rules apply to Britney. If her and Sam wanted to get married, would her dad say no?
Which
Could
honestly
he say no?
is probably why we haven't ever heard them discuss taking things to the next level. But also I feel like that speaks highly to Sam, just because a lot of people say that, oh, he's using Britney, he's with her for money, he's with her for notoriety and fame.
He would have tried to get the ring already.
I agree. I feel like he would have kind of pushed her to fight for that.
I agree.
If he was really in it for the wrong reasons.
But he love her.
I agree.
Snap leg and all.
Honestly, you guys, like, I know we talk a lot about Britney, and I'm like, oh, she gives me anxiety and she gives me stress, but I really feel like there is someone out there for everyone. And Sam might just be compatible with her kind of.
I feel like
her kind of kookiness, her quirkiness.
Britney has given us so much in our lifetime. Matt, I got so passionate. Britney has given us so much in our lifetime. She deserves that beautiful man and all of his abs.
Right?
All 25 of them.
Oh, God. A good, you know, how we say thick and juicy? Sam gets the term thick and
Britney
juicy.
Asghari, I can hear it now.
Also, Queen Witch, just so you know, is literally you if you were a parent. Literally.
Literally.
Queen Witch, we see you, and no shame. No shame
No
here.
shame.
No shame here at the table ever. You do not have to worry. No stress, girl. No stress. Okay, let's move on and talk about Madison Beer.
Okay.
I know some of you love Madison Beer. Just subscribe. We are going to talk about DaBaby just in a few minutes. So hold on. We're going to get into all of that. I want to make sure we have plenty of time to sift through that as well. Madison Beer used International Women's Day to encourage and inspire people to take back their power. In an open Instagram post, she talked about private Snapchats that she sent to a boy that she liked at the age of 14. He broke her trust and shared them with his friends, which of course led to what she felt like the whole world seeing these Snapchats. She went on to share how that experience instilled intense trust issues in her, which got worse when she went through it all again in 2013. Madison went on to say that if she could tell her 14-year-old self anything, it would be to not feel shame for exploring your sexuality as she was learning. She encouraged women to own their mistakes and to not let them define them.
That's unfortunate. As a woman, how do you feel about that, Madison? Like, you take a picture at that age, if we can try to put ourselves back in that place. You take a cute picture, you're dating a boy, you're 14, and you're like, ooh. Allie did it on Degrassi. She was taking it, and he spread it around the school, Madison.
For me, it's really hard because even to boys I really liked, I never would have done that.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to even try to put myself in that headspace because even now as a 26-year-old woman, I would not do that.
Yeah.
Especially now, I feel like with a career like this,
yeah, absolutely.
we can't even take that risk. But as a 14-year-old, as a teenager, it never once crossed my mind. And maybe that's because I have always been really motivated to have a career like this. So I know it sounds weird, and some of you are going to be like, there's no way as a teenager.
You never thought.
Never
Everybody
thought about it.
Yeah.
And I 1,000%, you guys, can promise you, I swear on my firstborn, never once did that ever come across my mind as being something I would do.
The way I think about it is...
Not that I hate on people who do, I'm just saying me personally, never once had this experience or thought about it.
I think that our generation might be the first one to sort of adopt the phrase of it lives online forever, maybe. So like some of us are able to like evade kind of falling into these kind of, I don't want to say traps, but it becomes a trap as you get older. I am all for expressing and exploring your sexuality. Just do it with yourself first.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Because once you share it with other people, girl, y'all could fall out 5 hours from now. Everyone done seeing your bits.
Exactly.
And nobody wants that. And at that age, then it becomes child pornography.
Yes.
Clink,
exactly.
clink. You go to jail.
Clink, for sure. And I think, I don't know, it's so hard. We did start to grow up around the social media age, and I think that was always one of my fears. And I never wanted to disappoint my parents. And I know, again, that sounds so cheesy, but I feel like we had so many family friends in the community. We knew so many people that just the thought of me disappointing anyone, like my dance coach, my teachers, anyone was just enough to scare me into not wanting to do something like that. Because I agree, I really think you cannot trust anyone at that age.
Yeah.
Anyone.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, people
Hindsight
will
is
always
20/20,
try to
girl.
bring you down. And hindsight is 20/20. And I think it is really admirable that Madison is speaking out about it. She's owning it. She's taking, responsibility for it and saying, this happened to me. I've moved on. I dealt with it, which I think is very notable. And I think she does make a good role model for young people. Because they need people like this. Because if you're just looking at people like me, it's not going to make you feel very good to be like, well, great, Madison never wanted to do this. You know what I'm saying?
For every Tana Mojo, Bella sort of character we have in pop culture, we have to have like a Madison Beer.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I like that about her. She's like, this happened to me, I made a mistake, but I don't want that to happen to you.
Right.
Where Tana's sort of like, I'm making a mistake and everyone look at it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I also like how she said, it doesn't define you. And I think that's really important because as a young person, you can do something and you're like, oh my God, this is gonna ruin my whole life. And it's not gonna ruin your whole life. Everyone screws up. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
You put the wig on and keep it pushing.
Be okay.
Yes.
So shout out to Madison Beer. But let's move on and talk real quick about Katy Perry.
Okay.
Because she revealed if she's hoping to have a boy or a girl while performing in Australia. And she said that she's hoping to have a girl.
That'd be cute.
I think so too. I can kind of definitely see Katy Perry being a girl mom. I'm happy she said one way or the other because I feel like now in today's day and age, that's not really an appropriate question. Everyone always is like, I just want a healthy baby.
Yeah, well.
Because things are very blurred.
My thing is this. I'm glad that it wasn't like, I want a baby girl and I'll be so mad if it's a boy. Because now we have these gender reveal parties, and I don't know if you've seen online, we have like the viral ones where it's like, it's a girl! And like the father like storms
Freaks
off
out,
angrily, which I think is so gross, immature. Like, girl, grow up. And then your baby has to grow up and see that. You get what I'm saying? So I'm glad that Katy is like,
I mean, I'll be honest, I did want a little brother. For about a day when I went to my parents' sonogram and they found out we were having a girl, I was like, so upset. I didn't want to speak. And then I got over it. Now I'm like, I could not imagine my life with a baby brother. Like, my life is complete having my younger sister. But I agree with you. I think it's great. Also, I just feel like gender reveal parties are just, we never used to do that. Our parents never did that.
Yeah.
It's
like the baby comes out and if you thought it was a girl and it's a boy, then it just is.
It is.
You get what I'm saying?
That actually happened to my hairstylist in Kansas City. Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
I was going to be Morgan for a hot minute.
Oh, see, I love those stories.
And then I came out, mom was
Morgan?
like,
oh, I can't.
Morgan Revolution. Ha-cha! Could you imagine?
No, I literally can't. My brain is trying to compute it right now.
It would never.
It's just not. No. Also, yes, I do want to say rest in peace to Katy Perry's grandmother.
I did see that
video. She did post about it. but at least she was able to tell her grandma about her pregnancy before. So I know it doesn't make things easier. It's still incredibly sad, but for some reason, whenever I hear something like that, it does give me peace.
Honestly, same.
You know?
Because you never want to be like, I wish this person were here too, or it was right before I was able to. I'm glad she was able to have that moment.
Exactly. But we're going to move on, you guys, and talk about Posty.
Love him.
Post Malone.
Love that man.
Fans were actually growing really concerned after some videos surfaced of Post Malone at his concerts. He was falling down. He was crawling. He just kind of looked like something was off, something wasn't right. So he addressed fans' concerns during his concert in Memphis this weekend. Post said that he's not on drugs and he feels the best he's ever felt in his life, which is why he can bust his butt for his shows, he can fall on the floor and do fun stuff. And he went on to say that for anyone that's concerned, he appreciates the love and support, but he feels fantastic. What are your thoughts on that?
I would be very much one of the fans like freaking out, and I even tweeted like, protect Posty. And then I remembered before I left here last week, I read an article where Post Malone was talking about how like he doesn't like to party as much, and when he does, he likes to sort of go to his quiet place. So I mean, at the end of it all, we have to remember, with some people, they're selling an image.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If Post Malone's image is sad boy that drinks and does drugs all the time, then maybe during his song, he might fall and roll on the floor. He might try to sell that to you to make you feel something. If he didn't address it, then that's when it's like...
I agree. The fact that he didn't really let it linger long tells me nothing is an issue. There's no reason to actually be concerned. I think if he had waited months on end or even one more week, then we would have definitely had to stop and pause and be like, okay, the fact you didn't stop and address this right away is a little shaking. But
I do want to say this to Storm, the comments on leave him alone, because there was another creator, Madison, over the weekend that was kind of like a little bit abrasive, and I do know him. He was abrasive about it towards the fans that were concerned. Stop telling people to leave their celebrities alone when they're worried. You get what I'm saying? Because we just lost Juice WRLD. Pop Smoke was just murdered. People are allowed to, Kobe, people are allowed to worry because things happen. And
I also think people are hyper aware now. So when something looks off,
call it out.
You know what I mean? It's like times 10. The stress and awareness is times 10.
Speak up now. Don't do it later, because later may or could be too late.
Right. No. And I'm happy that Post Malone is fine. I really do think he is just selling his image.
I agree.
His image is the fun party guy who's just there to have a good time.
Exactly. He's got a sword tattooed on his
and
face.
I feel like he's also one of those who like doesn't get embarrassed. So for him, like rolling around and crawling on the floor, he's like, if people are laughing and having a good time at my expense, it is what it is.
He's chilling.
He is just hanging out. So I'm glad that he made sure everyone knows he's okay. And again, he made a really good point. If he was not in a good place, he would not be able to keep going on tour, performing at 10 plus. Like, he would not be okay to do that.
Absolutely.
And also, I think Post Malone is a very, very smart man. I think a lot of people talk ish on him because of his appearance. And I think he's very smart, and he knows what he's doing. He knows what his audience and his fans are looking for, and he knows how to deliver that without ever putting himself at actual risk.
He has said it's not about vocal ability for him. You don't have to sing to be like a good artist. You just have to be real.
Exactly. And I love Post Malone times 10 after seeing him party. I know you just said he doesn't party that often, but him hanging out with the Chiefs after they won the Super Bowl. He went to Kansas City and performed after the parade. It was just happened to be his show, and it was amazing. He got a tattoo of our players. Like, shout out to Post Malone. He's fantastic. Okay, let's get into the debate, the DaBaby news. Excuse me.
DaBaby debate.
The DaBaby. There we go. Let's get into the DaBaby debate.
Come
okay,
on,
you
Nancy
guys.
Grace.
So video, you know I love me some Nancy. I really do. So, a video surfaced this weekend that shows DaBaby slapping a fan in the face.
A woman fan.
Yes, a female fan. Now, there was some confusion as to why. She did have a phone in his face. There was a flashlight on. Some people are saying that the phone hit DaBaby. Some people are saying it didn't. Either way, the phone got really close to DaBaby's face, and the situation ended with him slapping her. So this happened in Tampa. He's there for tour. The shock of the crowd kind of wore off, and then TMZ reports that everyone started to boo DaBaby, therefore he left without performing a single song.
Jeez.
Now, the victim did call the police, that's what TMZ reports, and when they arrived to the scene, DaBaby had already left. Now, she says DaBaby got the wrong person when he hit her because it was actually the woman next to her who hit him with her phone and received nothing. Now, TMZ reports that the victim appeared to not have any visible injuries, and she also reportedly refused EMS attention when she was asked if she needed treatment. Later that night, DaBaby took to his Instagram to apologize, saying he could not tell if the person behind the light, like I said, the flashlight of the phone was on, was a man or a woman. But he acknowledged that he was in the wrong, because I'm like, either way, you can't go slapping people like that. Like, it was bad. He asked for the woman's name so he could apologize to her directly and talk privately to make things right. Now, the last update, as of yesterday afternoon, the woman lawyered up, and the attorney spoke to TMZ saying that they received DaBaby's Instagram message and looked forward to speaking to him. And they used his name, Mr. Kirk.
Damn, Kirk. Madison?
The video is so bad, you guys. It's really, the video is bad. It's bad.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Where do we want to start? Okay, so.
I don't know, because it's just bad.
Fans respect the space of the artist. I know we can get excited. When I see Nicki, my whole soul leaves my body numb, everything, can't even take the picture. I feel it. I get y'all.
Right.
DaBaby, you're rich now. And we now know your name. We even know Kirk now.
Right.
So like you said, not to sound like Nene Leakes, you can't go around putting your hands on people.
You really can't.
He just slapped up the hotel in defense for his daughter's safety. He did slap up the hotel man.
And I think it's coming off that incident, which is not good.
I agree.
And to me, you have security. I understand you're a celebrity and having people constantly in your face, lights in your face, like that is very overwhelming. And we've talked about that a lot on the show, how you need to be respectful. You need to be aware that, well, yes, you know this person really well. They don't know you.
Yes.
However, as a celebrity, and you guys know I say this a lot too, when you have reached a certain point in your career, you cannot let people who are not there yet get to you to a point where you act like a fool or you do something that's really stupid. And unfortunately, I think DaBaby, I don't know what came over him in that moment. I don't care if it was a man, and it's just 10 times worse that it was a woman. I don't care if it was a man, woman, or someone who doesn't identify. You cannot go around slapping somebody that aggressive. I mean, it was bad.
And my thing is this, and this is just me putting myself trying to put myself in the shoes of the person that was pimp slapped. You would be paying me.
Right.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I could love you down, kiss the ground you walk on, and I don't care how people feel about that.
Right.
Because when I said this about Cardi and Offset when he jumped off the turnstile in the club over champagne, I said Offset would be paying me.
Right.
If you hit me and you're a celebrity, oh my God. oh my God. Because the way I would own your car, the way I would toss myself on the ground, the way I would show up in a neck brace for the rest of my life, because you would be paying my bills. In my opinion, this woman, horrible situation. Terrible situation.
Yes.
Lucky. Because I'm sure, no, listen, I mean this, Madison.
I know you do.
You're gonna fly out to meet DaBaby. He gonna smile all up in your face. He got that good, silky voice.
Because honestly, he does need some sort of damage control as well.
You know I ain't mean love. I'm sorry. And he's still gonna cut the check. And now I done got a free flight, a bag, all for showing up to the concert.
Now,
you gotta watch what you do.
I am curious to hear your thoughts. So since this is not the first time something like this has happened, where does he go from here? Like, is it we're going to find a way to reconcile the situation and then there can't be any more? Do you think that this will just be forgotten? Like, where does he go from here? Because I'm like, this is kind of strike two of a public incident.
My thing is this. On top of that, you're black and you're short and you're a man. So people are already saying you're an angry black man, and people are already on Twitter saying, oh my God, look, he has Napoleon complex because he's short. feel that, by the way. But at this point, you need to go and continue to drop your music and stop slapping people.
Just let your security handle it. And honestly, maybe his security needs to go and have a little more training, because there's a way that you can.
Instagram.
You know,
it's like
if they know. Here's the thing: you know the artist you're watching out for. Okay, these people are with their celebrity, their client all the time. If you know that they have a temper and they're gonna get pressed with stuff in their face, like if I was his security, I would literally be like in front of him, making sure like no phones get near his face. Like if I had to walk with my hand right here next to DaBaby's face, I would do that just to make sure he doesn't have a bad reaction.
Yeah. It reflects really bad on the image. You get what I'm saying? Because then they're gonna think, oh my God, he's so violent. That DaBaby, his name is DaBaby, and he's so violent.
Right.
And it's like, you're invading his space.
We'll definitely keep you guys updated on it, because I don't think this is going anywhere anytime soon, and there's definitely going to have to be some sort of public resolve, at least I believe, between DaBaby and this female in order for people to start letting this go.
I think he should just pay her and let it go away.
Yes, but let's move on and talk about Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
And a little update in regards to Kenneth Petty's arrest. So this is a new report from Hollywood Life. A source said that Nicki Minaj is, quote, standing by her husband after his arrest last week. The source shared that Kenneth's arrest is, quote, embarrassing, but it's not going to kill their relationship whatsoever. Nicki has reportedly known Kenneth forever and knows the person he is and is in love with him. She reportedly wants this to go away as fast as possible. The insider went on to say that Nicki will likely address this on a future Queen Radio episode. However, she would have rather this not happened at all.
Well, if the insider is right and Nicki says, she said that she's going to address it on Queen Radio, then I'm going to wait for her to address it on Queen Radio.
That's how I feel, too.
Because I feel like it happened. We all know what happened. Y'all are doing the most online. So, I mean, people are going to listen to misunderstand anyway. But for the people that want to hear her explanation, I'm here for it.
So,
absolutely.
Lee, I just want to clarify. Lee said, wait, what did he get arrested for? He did not register as a sex offender here in California. He was pulled over by Beverly Hills Police in November, and that's when it was realized he didn't follow up and do what he needed to do, which, as you guys know, I said, I'm like, Kenneth, I have sat up here and defended you. Why you would not just freaking follow the responsibility and follow your checklist when you move, I don't know. I don't know why, but at least Nicki is, you know, definitely standing by him. And I have to appreciate that, because I feel like a lot of people are looking for her to all of a sudden be like, oh, I don't know, I'm separating myself. And it's like, that's still her husband. And at the end of the day, he just didn't follow through on what he needed to do.
The first thing they'll say is if Nicki ever did leave Kenneth was, see, she didn't really like him anyway. Nicki fired another employee. It's like, y'all don't really want her to be happy either way.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, and also, Madison, can I just say this before we move on?
Yes.
And I guess this kind of goes for like all celebrities. It's just that Nicki really gets the fire going in me. The celebrities don't care. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, for people that like write their think pieces online about like Selena should be with, Justin should be with Nicki. I just feel like Nicki should be with, you feel like, but you're not Nicki, you're not Justin, you're not Selena.
Right.
So y'all offering y'all opinions and writing threads on how celebrities should change their lives are kind of like a waste of energy. You know, especially if they're not even following you online, you're just buzzing.
Not wrong. Not wrong. Okay, let's move on and talk about Camila Cabello.
Oh,
and her
God!
comments in regards to being in love with Shawn Mendes. So recently, Camila was interviewed at the Global Awards, and she was asked if her and Shawn had any upcoming plans to make more music together, which she responded saying, quote, I want more, we want more, but honestly, we're being in our 20s. Not sure what that means. I guess that means we're busy. Okay. Now, when Camila was pressed further if the two were too busy to record with one another, she said, quote, no, not even like that. Just like being in love is exhausting. It takes it out of you. She went on to say, quote, we can't even go to the studio. We're trying to calm down. What does that mean? I'm like, I don't think I would love to hear my partner, even someone who is controversial like Camila Cabello, I just would not want to hear anyone call being in love with me exhausting.
They're exhausting.
Unless it's exhausting in a good way, because you're just so damn happy. You can't handle it.
Cloud Mags, she's exhausting. And you know what?
She is exhausting.
I agree. I honestly, for a period of time, even forgot Camila and Shawn were dating.
I actually did for a little bit too, because they've been so quiet about it. Yeah. So that's why I'm a little confused. I'm like,
well, we know why they was quiet.
Well, yeah, we do know why. But if this like exhausting comment would have come, I feel like 4 months ago, 3 months ago, when they were stuck in each other's faces.
Trying to get that Grammy.
Everywhere.
Ooh, girl, they knew they was getting that Grammy too.
I feel like then that would have been a totally different storyline of like, it's exhausting because they are together so much. Like, we get it. But now we hear it in this context. And it's like, that all of a sudden you guys went from being like, well, we never believed the sham, but I'm sure other people online were like, a cute, believable sham, to now it's just like, welcome to what Courtney and I have been seeing this entire time.
I said, my oh my, Camila, hang it up.
Literally.
Hang it up, sis.
Literally. When
Nothing
is the
interesting
sham
there.
getting over? Y'all, I don't know. But this tells me it's not going to be over anytime soon.
Great.
So we definitely need to get our rest because we're going to continue to be exhausted.
Is she still pushing my own? I'm sure she's going to switch it now. DaBaby beating up women and you saying the N-word years ago, girl. That single is scrapped.
Camila, really? She is batting zero. Is that the term? Batting zero, batting whatever one is that you're failing, that's what she's doing.
Girl, she is missing the basket.
It is not. It's not going well. Not going well. But let's go ahead and talk about Justin Bieber, and then we're going to talk about Selena Gomez. So if you're ready for the Justin Selena news, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up.
I also would like to shout out Karina for doing the good work today.
Shout out to Karina. Thank you, Karina. Also, shout out to Jennifer. Today is my birthday. Can I please get a shout out? Yes, you can.
Hey, Jennifer.
Happy birthday, Jennifer.
Happy birthday.
Justin Bieber, you guys. So, his Changes tour has been downgrading from stadiums to arenas due to lack of ticket sales. Now, when TMZ reported this news, they attributed the lack of ticket sales to being yet another consequence of the coronavirus.
LOL.
So they say the fact that 3 days after Justin announced his tour, quote, coronavirus fears really blossomed. AKA, they're saying he just had poor timing on his side. TMZ reports that prior to the news, quote, ticket sales were hugely successful, but then slowed in smaller markets. Sources told TMZ that Justin's team made the decision to relocate several tour stops to guarantee they could fill seats instead of him performing to a half-empty arena. It's also possible he could do multiple shows at one arena.
Really?
That's what they're saying. So let's ask the T-Tribe this. What do you think? What's your speculation, not confirmation?
Yeah.
Did Justin Bieber have to change some of his concert venues from stadiums to arenas because of the fear of coronavirus, or do you think that it was because he wasn't selling tickets and now his team is trying to blame it on everyone being afraid of the coronavirus?
Madison.
And I'm with Kimberly. What a convenient excuse.
It's just too convenient.
It's just.
That's the only.
It's just too convenient.
Once something like we know. Let's just be fair. We know South by Southwest canceled because of Corona.
Coachella is being discussed.
It's being discussed, but I have to be honest. From what I saw on my Twitter timeline, people were saying the tickets were too expensive for Justin Bieber today. Now, baby, oh, honey, we're spending the whole tax refund on baby Justin Bieber.
Right.
Baby, boyfriend even, when you whispering, journals, you would have got the whole
Purpose.
Maybe not.
Okay.
But
I feel like I would have definitely for Purpose. I think I would have for Purpose.
You would not get over 200 for me for Purpose. But this wasn't it. So, I mean, if y'all are not selling tickets, then this is what has to be done. My question is, I'll feel differently and I'll be able to believe Justin more for this reason, Madison, if Taylor comes down the line and is like, sorry, y'all, Corona's out there.
Right.
Me and all my friends are not doing Loverfest. You know what I'm saying? That's different. If both of y'all say, okay, Corona's out there, girl, we're going to breathe it in, stay home, that's different. I don't think that Taylor's going to downsize.
No.
I don't want to put that out there, but I don't see it. I
already saw someone say that Lady Gaga is selling tickets, and
now Chromatica, Lady Gaga said if we gonna get sick, pause up, period.
I think that it just, well, yes, I'll give it to Justin, it was unfortunate timing, but while there is a big social media scare going on, that's really what I believe it is. There is an issue, there is a real problem, but I feel like people are slowly kind of calming down in a sense because they're becoming educated on how they can take control of themselves and their lives.
Exactly.
And so I feel like it's very easy to blame it on this situation. Just be like, oh my God, the world's going crazy. Like, social media is insane. Like, but really, I don't, if anything, I think with the days passing, everyone's becoming more educated about it and how to take the necessary precautions. So I feel like they can keep peddling this all they want, but after a week or so, people are just going to end up calling BS and be like, just say what it is.
We'll see if he can sell the arenas out, right?
Yes.
Because Taylor was selling them stadiums out.
If he has to do multiple arena dates, then I will take back what I said and be like, okay, maybe something was off.
For someone like Justin Bieber, that's not.
Wesley said, like I said, he wanted changes. Changes happen. Be happy with them, Justin. Wesley. Okay, let's talk about Selena Gomez, you guys.
Okay.
So Selena recently appeared on the Kelly Clarkson show and shared that she used to be in love with Cole Sprouse, which we know. She revealed that when she went to her childhood home. But her first kiss was actually with his twin brother, Dylan, when she guest starred on Sweet Life. And she said it was not good at all.
Yikes.
You have to watch the clip. It's so funny. Leo's going to hit it for you guys right now.
First kiss was with a stranger and an actor? That's scarring. Oh my God.
It was one of the worst days of my life.
You know what? Mine wasn't acting and it was.
So obviously it immediately started going around that Selena said her kiss with Dylan was not great.
Well.
And so Cole actually roasted him a little bit and commented on a Teen Vogue Instagram post and said, I can safely say I've never had a girl say this about me.
Awkward. Cute. Like, you know, they were young.
I don't know. I thought it was a genuine moment. I also love Kelly Clarkson because she's just so sympathetic. She's like, oh my God, your first kiss was literally on set. Like, that is so awkward.
Kelly Clarkson said, Selena, you don't need to be a good singer. Damn it. You just need to touch the people. And you know what? I felt that. I said, Selena, these babies that watch us every single day, they live for you.
They do.
If you whisper on the beat for 13 tracks, we will buy it out. That's what Kelly said.
I will say,
Kelly said
I don't think Selena would have any issues at this moment with the stadium situation.
No.
I feel pretty confident saying that. Maybe
no
just
tears, just tea. No tears, just tea, Madison. Okay, they would pack the stadiums.
They would say, I will wear a full-on, like the hazmat suits if it means I need to go see Selena Gomez. Like, I will do it.
Put Selena on the face mask.
Literally.
So we can have Selena's mouth on the bottom.
Selena merch.
Yes.
They will do it. But just shout out to Selena Gomez, keeping it real. I also love that Dylan and Cole are still celebrities, and she doesn't feel the need to not say the truth and be like, it was awkward and terrible. Like,
it just is what it is.
She is just so honest in this new Selena Gomez era, and I love every second of it.
Me too, to be honest.
Shout out to Selena. Okay, now we're going to get into this Scott, Rob, Kar Jenner, Kylie and Travis news, you guys. So go ahead and turn your volumes down for...
Kar Jenner tea time! Hello to everyone in your office.
Hello. Okay, first thing, wow, we're really talking a lot about coronavirus. So Scott Disick is actually kind of using this fear to his benefit. Talentless announced that they are going to have a new design, and they're selling 3 different shirts that have the saying, please wash your hands.
Me, I need that shirt.
Right?
I was against it, and now I'm here for it.
I was like, you know, Scott Disick has learned a thing or two from Mama Chris, and Mama Chris said, you know, you have a clothing line, there's a little situation happening on social media. If we can sell Rise and Shine, you can sell shirts that say, please wash your hands.
Madison, you know how many people at the airport were not washing their hands?
That is disgusting.
So maybe they need to read my t-shirt that says, please wash your hands.
My favorite thing that I saw when I was literally at the airport yesterday, a girl was talking about how she didn't want to catch anyone else's diseases, but then yet had a vape pen. I'm like, okay, I guess we're just really, we're concerned about health on one end, but also
she said,
I'll
cause my own.
Right.
But I don't want any of yours.
Yes.
Because it's different if it's my responsibility. But if it's because of you, then I'm mad.
Still, I was just like, can't we just be concerned about health all around? Like, it's very contradictory.
It's a control issue.
I guess we'll let her be, but I was, you know me.
That's you dumb explanation.
I already almost got in a fight on the plane because this woman came up in my personal space, and she, you know, the people who like try to rush off the plane, even though I'm like, there's a line and there's a courtesy, and like we let people who are in front of you go.
Oh, Madison,
this
you know me.
woman was not trying to have that, and I was like, I gave her the eye, I made a comment, and she still would not back off, and I was like, finally, I just was like, isn't this wild? The fact that this woman is so rude.
My thing is, I give them the cute, watch out, watch your personal space. I give them the cute, excuse me, in the most delicate cute, excuse me.
Thank you.
Like very much homo coming through, very much homo will screech on this plane if you try me, howler monkey. I'm also black. I give them the intimidating black man stare.
Yes.
Hit it, Leo. When y'all see me out in public, this is what I look like. So it really, please don't play with me.
I literally was just like, well, I guess we all know I'm not that strong. If I hit her with my carry-on, I hit her with my carry-on.
She signed up for this.
Thank you. That's how I felt too. Anyway, sorry you guys. We'll move on and talk about Rob Kardashian. So he has denied China's claims that he's afraid to leave the house. Capital Extra reports that in legal docs, Rob said, quote, I denied that I have an issue with depression or leaving the house. Rob reflected that him and his family are public figures, and there was a time when a paparazzi photo of him would have led to incessant negative remarks on his appearance. That's a direct quote. Therefore, there was a period of time when he did not want to subject himself to that, as he said nobody would. The battle continues. Everyone.
Well, China said, he don't leave the house. Rob said, yes, I do.
Rob said, I just don't want to be photographed and have people talk about how overweight I am.
Aw, that's sad.
I know.
Rob needs a hug.
I feel like this is just going to keep getting worse, and insults and more allegations and more allegations, and it's just going to keep getting wild.
I just keep feeling bad that Blac Chyna allegedly wrapped this iPod cord around his neck. I can't get over that.
I forget
the visual of it.
That I didn't think you were here during when all of that was happening, but it was wild.
Was she on one?
The best part is that with all of this, she said, I was just kidding. I was doing that in a joking way. I'm like, how do you wrap a cord around someone's neck in a joking way?
Angela, can you explain that to us, Miss Ma'am?
I still don't understand how you're like,
Blac Chyna fans, can y'all please explain that?
Thank you. The three that love to come for us in the comments, please, I want an explanation on how one wraps an iPhone cord around someone else's throat
Playfully.
in a joking way. Let me know, because I'm very curious.
How does that work?
I'm willing to be educated about it. You know I love to ask questions.
Karina, I don't think it was a boudoir moment.
No.
It don't sound like it was anyway.
No, it was not that kind of.
It wasn't that kind of.
It wasn't that kind
of play.
It wasn't that kind of choking situation.
No, it was not.
And we have all watched Law and Order, 50 Shades. It was not that kind.
I was like, wait, Law and Order.
Oh, Law and Order. There's a lot of episodes about that. You know?
Oh, the BDSM?
Because like sometimes it'll go a little too far.
Oh, and then they asphyxiate.
Oh. And then it's like, oh, we have to have an investigation of was this wanted, was this not? Oh, I'm a Law and Order SVU. Stan.
Oh, wow.
Shout out to Hatum. I think it's the tickets. Yes, speaking about Justin Bieber, absolutely.
That's a lot of money.
But let's move on and talk about the Jenner sisters and their little getaway to Palm Springs this weekend. That actually looks like a time. So the Jenner sisters, their kids, plus Mama Chris and Corey Gamble all were treated to Palm Springs this weekend. God, shout out to Corey Gamble. He really just always gets to hang.
He had his one moment. We told him to shh and play his position, and look what he's doing.
And he is. Now
and he's
back
on
Palm
vacation.
Springs with the sparkly cup that Kylie gives him and living it up. They definitely appeared to have fun, especially when the adults went to a tiki lounge to watch a drag show. All of the sisters were there, minus Kendall because she was asleep in the car.
Me.
Literally, I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that. But they looked like they had a fun time. I mean, Kylie definitely looked like she was overflowing on the libation, so to speak. She actually deleted the post that the picture she posted of all of them and was like, thanks, Kris Jenner, for my ride or dies. I think she realized afterwards the eyes were looking a little dead, like nobody was home, so she went ahead and deleted that, which we've all been there, Kylie, so no shame in that at all. We've all seen a picture of us
Next
the night before.
time she'll put the close friends tab on. Ain't nobody gonna have to see.
You know, where it's like you look and you're like, wow, nobody was home in that photo. No life behind you
You're like,
guys.
who's that? You like look at a picture and stuff. You're like, who is that?
And then you're like, oh God, that's me.
You go, that's my evil twin. That's a Meghan Trainor song.
I know it is. You love that song.
I do.
You love that song.
Shout out to M Train.
But the other funny thing that happened, other than Kendall missing out on the fun sisters night because she was asleep in the car, she did also joke about the fact that she doesn't want kids. Or that she still doesn't have kids. And she is living that auntie life with no regrets, no shame.
Well, you keep on living that auntie life, Kendall.
that sounded a little sassy.
I want her to live it.
You want her to keep living that auntie life.
I want her to keep and she missed out. Wait, what did she miss?
She missed out on the drag show. She was asleep for the drag show.
It's all right.
I know. But it did look like they had actually a lot of fun. I've got to say. That was one Jenner trip that I was like, yes, it was just to Palm Springs, but it looked like they had a really good time.
Before we get into Triley, I have a question for the T-Tribe, and it's because it's Monday and I feel like I want to shake the table.
Yes.
T-Tribe, I have a question, and maybe y'all could answer it in the chat. Why did Kylie want to look like Beyonce?
With the hair?
I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Why Kylie put on her finest Beyonce costume and run out to play with the girls? Why is that?
I wish I could answer that for you, but I cannot. But I'm just gonna live in this moment and be happy that for once people are not comparing Taylor Swift and Beyonce. So I'm gonna just let the Kylie comparison happen, and I'm not gonna say anything.
No, that's it. I was gonna leave it until the girls on Twitter put the side by side. Kylie looked.
I saw that.
It looked
meme.
like she took a picture.
I saw that meme.
Listen, she went to a wigologist and said, "Give me the Beyonce."
Well, you know, Kendall said if she had to be anyone's assistant for a year, she would be Beyonce's assistant. So maybe they're just really big Beyonce stans. They're part of the hive, and we just didn't know it.
They got a box.
I'm just trying to somehow rectify
We're just
the
being
situation.
messily fun, y'all, but I do want to know why.
Also, we know Kim got a box. I don't know about anyone else, but Kim did get a box. She was just late to posting it on her social media.
Yeah.
Remember? No shade, everybody. She just got wrapped up and she was busy.
She was busy.
And she just forgot to post it.
She was putting that tanner on her hands. That's what she was doing.
Either that or she actually didn't receive it right away. And
I
Beyonce
was
said,
gonna leave
I don't want
it.
to be part of this mess. Take the box. Take your free Adidas.
Take your free Adidas.
Take it.
I said,
It's
leave me
fine.
alone, girl.
Leave me alone. We have Natalie saying, hey, Madison, I sent you the Elite trailer yesterday to your Instagram. It's a love murder mystery situation. You'll love it too.
The Spanish show.
Ooh.
Right?
Okay.
I think y'all said it last week.
If that is the case, I will go look and make sure that I did not miss it because I don't remember seeing that, but I will definitely go check because that sounds like all the keywords I need to be hooked on a series. Love, murder, mystery, sign me up, take my hours of my life. Like,
Take
it's
my
fine.
hours.
Take them, have them. But let's talk about Kylie and Travis, you guys,
Okay.
because there were a lot of contradicting reports over the weekend. So we're going to sift through and decide what we think is going on.
Okay.
So TMZ shook the internet when they released a report that confirmed. They said, confirmation, Kylie Jenner, Travis Scott are back together. In their original report, they said that sources told them Kylie and Travis were back together, but were not ready to put a label or title on it yet, despite them regularly sleeping under the same roof and not seeing other people. Sources went on to say that both Kylie and Travis benefited from the breakup because they needed time apart. However, after they printed that initial report, they then posted an update. The update said that another source close to the couple told TMZ that Kylie and Travis are, quote, simply co-parenting and support each other as friends. This source said that the two are not currently linked. Interesting. Now, I believe that they're probably not 100% back together, and here's why. There's a new report from Life and Style magazine where a source said they're in the process of getting back together. They're, quote, just being careful because they have to think about Stormi. They don't want to get back together and break up, so instead they're taking it slow. Then a separate source told In Touch Weekly that Kylie and Travis do want to be a, quote, proper family again, but Kylie has trust issues. However, her and Travis do love each other and are trying to work through them. So it was a lot of like, they're back together. No, they're not. They're on the road. So I don't think that they're officially 100% back together if there's still talk of trust issues. Because I feel like you can't start over again if there's still lingering trust issues, in my own opinion.
I just don't like that this sort of thing always seems to happen around the time Young Sweet Row breathes.
Right.
I hate that.
Right.
If she's fake, and she don't have nothing to do with nothing, right? She's just a crazy person. She's a clout chaser. She's inserted herself, created a narrative, ran with it, whatever, what have you. The questions that still remain, why does it appear as though Kylie and Travis move around her?
Right.
Why does it appear as though Young Sweet Row cannot do brand deals?
Right.
And why haven't the Kardashians just like eliminated her social media presence, like obliterated it? Like had her Instagram shut down, her Twitter shut down, all that, because I'm sure they could do that if they wanted to.
I feel like they could do that if they wanted to, but there's way too many people who watch her Instagram now and
They
like
would
keep an eye
notice.
on it. They would notice, and
We
then
would
I feel
notice.
like, oh, we would
Yeah, we would
1,000% notice. If her Instagram all of a sudden disappeared one day, you know that we would be sitting up here and being like, obviously Mama Chris put a stop to
Yeah.
it, which would only further the narrative, which I feel like the Kardashians are almost like they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't. So they would rather just not completely stop her bag because then it would be just bring more attention. And I feel like people would consider that more of a confirmation than if they just let her keep having her Instagram. Even if there's no brand deals, I feel like
I just feel like
they
a girl
still
like
are letting her have her like notoriety Instagram model moment.
like a not worth it type of deal.
Right.
Like, she's not even worth going and
Why are we even
and drawing
sweating?
attention to her.
Exactly.
And I've been in that position before, so I get it.
Exactly.
Do I think that they're together or they're not together? Honestly, I think that they're just like playing around for the sake of Stormi, and when Stormi's old enough to understand that mommy and daddy are both rich and wealthy and they may not be in love, but they love her, I think that they will go and do their own thing.
Jen said maybe it's just a story to sell for them.
Maybe.
Like
Because it's
said,
nothing drastic.
I do believe that they're still hooking up. I believe that they spend a lot of time together. I believe that they're co-parenting. For me, I don't believe they're 100% a couple yet. I really don't. I think we're on the way there. I think they will have another go. Whether or not that go is forever, I'm not going to sit here and say that. I just think that they will have another public go at a relationship.
Okay, I could see that.
But
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
Neither would I. But just because this trust issues thing, I'm really hammering home on that because I just believe in my heart and soul that you cannot get back together if the trust is not 1,000% rebuilt.
Yes, ma'am.
You know?
Yes, ma'am.
And I think Kylie is, you can say a lot of things about her, but when it comes to being a mother, I think she is very smart, mature, and aware. And she knows it is not the right thing for her to definitely get back with Travis if she's not 100% there. I think she knows that Stormi, even though she is little, can understand and know things.
Yeah.
And hey, I gotta shout her out because we can't say the same when it comes to her older sister.
I want young Sweet Row to come to the table after graduation.
See, but
I
even,
think that
I feel
would
like
be
Young
very
Sweet
telling.
Row, it's beneficial for her to even keep up the narrative, even if she doesn't have any.
Oh, I would.
You know, connection to
would.
them. I feel like it's smart for her to post the Instagram stories and do those certain things.
I feel like she has to have some level of influence if she has the Kardashians moving around her. Whether she's a stalker, crazy person, what have you, regardless, she
could
has
be
this...
a Kylie stalker and have absolutely nothing to do with Travis. Like, she could want to be Kylie. Like,
we just don't know.
That's a complete... I don't want her to come for me because we know
not.
she watches the tea.
But
I'm just saying, we don't know exactly what the situation is.
Something in the buttermilk is not clean the way
sure.
that the Kardashians move in regards to her. And I know
Yes.
the comments will probably say, well, she's fake, so-and-so already exposed her. We get it, we've seen.
We saw the people try to expose her. We watched the videos.
That doesn't mean the Kardashians still don't
Keep an eye on
mess
her.
with her.
Keep an eye on her. Karina, I got you. We'll do that to end the show. We also have Elizabeth saying as well, I just missed it. Madison, what was the other show at the beginning so I can check it out? Also, I still ship them. Hunters.
The Amazon Prime, yeah.
Hunters on Amazon Prime. That was the other show we talked about, and we will do a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves to tea ya, and we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy Monday!
Happy Mika Monday! Yes. I know there's a lot of you who want it to be Mika Monday.
Yes.
We will definitely happily oblige. We love Mika. She gave us our theme song. Every day, we will definitely always find time, whether it's at the beginning or at the end, you guys. We will always honor Miss Mika because we love her and we absolutely love the song that she gave us.
Oh, yeah.
So that is all the time we have. Please, you guys, make sure you look out for Daily Rewind. You know we always need the T-Tribe in those comments. Incredibly strong, so please make sure you're looking out for that. In the meantime, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Don't forget TikTok.
Hey.
You know? Just saying, it's a fun little new addition. Also, don't forget to show Shambong Dave and Hit It Leo some Instagram love too, because they also got it together for us on this daylight savings. So please show them some Instagram love, you guys. And we will be back tomorrow for Tequila Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.
Bye. Now hit it, Leo.